So that was my first time ever trying the Pantheon Nexus or ever trying a double drop board for downhill. It's a lot of fun, and the smile on my face says it all, bro. Right now I have it set up with 50-degree bears in front and 40 in the back. Double red in the back with cupped washers. Yellow purple in the front with flat washers. But I think I could really go with 85A, make it softer. The front isn't turning in as well as I'd like it to, but I forgot my bushing at home, so sucks to suck. So a couple of things that stand out to me right now. Stability wise, it's a little bit more stable. It's a little easier to push, but it's not much more stable than like my precision trucks, my running setup, Smokies, Rogues, all of that. So interesting. But the thing that really is standing out to me is how it's turning in. Like the front doesn't really want to turn in that quickly, which is why I wanted to switch my bushings. But otherwise, it feels pretty much the same. I'm still taking great lines. I'm still able to slide and direct my slide well. Slide feels very much the same. Maybe it's because I set my boards up to feel all the same. Maybe there's that. But yeah, just the front turning in is the biggest difference for me. The other thing that might be a little bit different is the kick out into the slide. It's weird, but I can kick out just as aggressively as I am with my other board, but I feel I have to be more aggressive. You know, it doesn't want to turn into the slide, so I have to force it out into the slide, if that makes sense. By the fact that this board is lower to the ground, of course it's easier to push, but it's a lot heavier than like your average downhill board, like it's a tank. So it's a bit heavier, so it's still quite heavy and it's easier to push, but that's really, I don't even know, man, because of how heavy it is. This sucks. For the most part, the stand-up slide feels the same as well. It's just that kick out. I have to force the wheels into the slide. I'm not really bringing them in to the edge of traction. It's like I set up curve, then I force them into the slide, which is very interesting stuff. But otherwise, it's not really that different, man. Apart from longer wheelbase, harder to turn, lower standing platform, easier to push. It's not really that different, man. It's pretty good. But definitely taking really good lines, tight lines, is a lot harder with this because it just doesn't want to turn in quickly. It's not nimble at all, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling a lot to like take a really nice line and get the board to react to me. I have to prepare much earlier. Bro, introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up? My name is Vincent, aka Hove.
So, Hove
Hove.
Ovini is gonna be trying the board today. The Nexus, it's his first time doing hands down stuff, so. So this is Vinny. He does a bunch of street skating and I've known him for a while. I've also sold him a couple of softer wheels, and with those he's learned how to do a Toeside stand-up slide, but he's never really done any hands down stuff. And he was in the neighborhood and I was like, why not? Let me show him some stuff. So this is just gonna be me like walking him through the basics and seeing how much I can teach him in one day, or how good of a platform the Nexus is for a beginner to learn on. I don't know, this was really impromptu, so you know. So after showing him the basic toe-side position, I had him practice a bunch of 180s with some hand drag carving, just so they can get used to the sensation of turning toe-side and being in that toe-side position. Made him do this a couple of times, just really drilled the feeling and sensation into him. Once I've seen he's kind of used to the 180s, now I'm going to get him to add the setup curve into it. He's doing this by going from white line to the other white line, and then slowly encouraging him to start like kicking the board out, telling him, yo, be aggressive, push out with your back leg, stand more on your front leg, all that good stuff, and just hyping him up so that he can actually do it. And yes, I know he doesn't have a helmet. The only helmet I had was mine. It was really sweaty and disgusting, and I honestly don't like sharing stuff. Like the fact that I even gave him my gloves was... I'm gonna have to wash them. I hate sharing sweaty stuff. But as you can see there, he's getting the slides. Like, took a little bit of adjusting, but he's getting used to the kick outs and is feeling more confident pushing them out, which is very cool. You can do it. Push. How do you feel about this?
Awesome, man.
Easy.
I have the best teacher, manze.
No, let's talk about the board. It's so easy to do on that.
At the board, it's very easy.
Nice.
The slides are perfect, man.
So,
Yeah.
do it again, we see. Nice. How does that feel?
Very good, man.
Do you think sliding would be this easy?
No.
Yeah?
I'm actually surprised
Nice.
and tired as fuck.
Glad you're having fun. Also decided to show him some Heelside stuff just to see how quickly he grasps all this stuff. And as much as the Nexus is a really easy board to learn on, I have to say Vinny is an excellent student as well. He's taking direction really, really well. Trying things as I suggested them, and he was really grasping these concepts well. So, you know, hats off to Vinny as well.
It's easier when I grab the board.
Yeah, now turn. Yeah, nice. And then just like the toe side, just taking it step by step, starting with the 180s, some hand drag carving, getting him used to that sensation and how that feels. But yeah, and then correcting any mistakes he does, making sure he's grabbing in the right places, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't have much time, so we had to cut this session short, and he didn't really progress too far with his Heelside slides. But I feel like if we had like a ton of time, I'm sure I could get him to do a pendy in a day. And I think that's just attributed to the fact that Vinny is a great learner. The Pantheon Nexus is a really easy to learn on board, really easy to skate. With how low it is to the ground, man, like getting down and feeling the confidence of pushing the board out is... I think Vinny was talking about how easy it is, but I think he simply had the perfect environment to make it easy for him. So there's that. That's it for today's video. I know it's kind of all over the place, but I had a lot of fun yesterday and I just wanted to share it with you guys regardless. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I will catch you guys in the next video. That's enough for today.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Almost learning to fully slide in one day.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been an hour. Imagine if you had 2 hours, what you could do.
Man, imagine if I had a board.
Imagine if you had a board. Luckily for him, there's one for sale. Very cheap that he can buy. But yeah, man. Next, Pantheon Nexus. Great board for a beginner.
Yeah, very good.